Okay, so for this assignment, you will be using this online water testing virtual facility. And what I'm going to do right now is just kind of walk you through the first one, and then you could probably do the rest on your own using the same method. So down here is our water treatment data table, and I'm going to go back and forth between this and the virtual water treatment lab. So first thing I'm going to want to do is scroll to my first sample location, which is city. Okay, and you'll notice right before city is actually, I've already listed for you the safe range for all of the different contaminants. So for acidity, metals, bacteria, pesticides, and nitrates, they're already listed there. You just need to fill in the rest for the 5 remaining sample locations. So we're going to start with city. So to change the sample location up here, you'll just click these arrows, and I'm going to start at city. Okay, and to start, I'm just going to click the yellow test button. And what I need to do is copy down the results into my table. These are the safe ranges, just again for reference. So one thing when you're writing down results, please always put your units. Don't be lazy, include them. We want to know what you're talking about in science, so don't just put the number, put the units as well. So acidity is 4. And there isn't really a unit for pH. Metals is 0.0006 milligrams per liter. And in case you forget the units, they are right here and also in the title of the contaminant. Bacteria is 13 per, we read that as per that slash, 13 per 100 milliliters. 13 per 100 milliliters. Pesticides and herbicides are 0.00001 milligram per liter. Okay, so that's 4 zeros. 0.00001 milligram per liter. And then nitrates are 0.8 milligram per liter. All right. Then if we look here in the directions, so we've already done step 1 and 2. Now we just need to highlight. So if the contaminant is within the safe range, we're going to highlight using green. If it's not within the safe range, we're highlighting using red. So all we're doing is comparing our contaminants for city to our green column here for safe range. So 4, that is not within 6.5 to 8.5, so I'm going to highlight that red. Okay, 0.00006 is definitely less than 1.3. It may be more digits there, but it is still less than 1.3. So that gets highlighted green. 0 per 100 milliliters. Nope, this is 13 per 100 milliliters, so that is not within the safe range, so we're going to highlight that red. Our pesticides and herbicides are definitely less than 0.04, and again, even though this is many more digits, it's smaller. So remember, once you're into the decimals, the more digits past the 10th column there means the number is getting much smaller. So that is safe. We're going to highlight that green. And then nitrates, 0.8 is definitely less than 10, so we are going to highlight that green as well. Okay, so our 2 red ones are the acidity and bacteria. So what I need to do next is list any contaminants highlighted red in the type of contamination box. So acidity and coliform bacteria. Okay, and now We are on to 5. In order to fill in this last column, which is the treatment that you need to perform in order to make city water safe, you need to go back to the background information and read how to treat the contamination. So specifically, we really need to focus on acidity and the bacteria. So when I go back to here, under each contaminant, and actually I underlined it to make it very easy for you, it tells you what needs to be added to the water in order to make that contaminant go away. Okay, so for acidity, we are adding sodium hydroxide. So I'm going to type that into my chart already. So I need to add sodium hydroxide. And I need to look what I need to do for bacteria. So chlorine should be added to the beginning and the end of the treatment. And add chlorine at the beginning and end of treatment. Now, be careful because this one specifically, because it says both at the beginning and the end, it probably means we need to do more than just one thing when we're treating the water. So I'll show you that here in this next step. So now back to our simulator, or water treatment simulator, we're going to click the blue Go to Treatment button and activate any knobs for our specific treatment. So in here, I'm going to click the Go to Treatment button. And on here, this is our treatment facility. And all these different wheels activate certain processes that will help to either eliminate certain contaminants or balance certain contaminants in order to treat the water. So just so you're aware, down here at the bottom, when you're hovering over one, it'll tell you what it is. So for example, that one is sodium hydroxide, which we actually need. So let's just double check what we need to do. We need to add sodium hydroxide. So let's start with that. That's that one. So I'm going to turn that on and you'll notice a green light will pop up, which means that's activated. And then I need to add chlorine both at the beginning and the end of treatment. And this is what I was talking about. Be careful. Sometimes kids mess this up. So if I hover on this first one, this says chlorine. Use this valve to add chlorine at the beginning. So good, we'll turn that one on. But we also need to add it to the end. And there's that one. So use this valve to add chlorine at the end of the purification process. I'm going to turn that. And that should be good. In order to actually start the process, you need to click on this little trigger in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. This is the treatment switch. And if you did it right, you should get this green button that says safe, and we're good to go. Now all you would need to do is continue this process for the remaining 4 sample locations.